Streamers are not your therapists. I mean, that's a sentiment that I think everyone shares, right? Well, not some people. Some people will go into other people's live streams and just start trauma dumping everything about their life story. And while this wasn't on a Twitch stream, a streamer took to Twitter and started venting out their frustration about this incident happening in their Discord DMs. Now, I'm going to be censoring both the streamer's name and the person in the DM's name, because that becomes a point later on for the discussion. But this is a quintessential story of, you had us in the first half, not gonna lie, and then we'll talk about the repercussions of this situation. So the initial post is by this Twitch streamer. I'm pretty sure they're a small streamer. They only had about 800 followers at the time that this was posted. They've since deleted this tweet, so you can no longer see it. But at the height, I think it had like 3.5 million views. But it said, streamers are not your fucking therapist. I'm going to read this out to you. If you've already read it, or if you want to skip over this part, feel free to. I'll put the timestamp here, and I'll put it in the chapters. So the context is this person who has never talked to the streamer prior to this point. This was their first DM to them. And this is how the whole conversation went down. And according to the streamer, this person has only come to a couple of their streams. Yo, streamer, what's up? It's me, blank. Hi, how are you? Doing alright. Man, I don't know what to do. I'm so fucking pissed. I'm almost killed myself a few days ago. I'm in the fucking deep depression. I just don't know what to do. I'm so fucking tired of my life. Too much shit happened in February, plus this beginning of March. I don't know, this is ridiculous. I went to a psychologist, but it didn't help. I'm so fucking pissed, man. That's unfortunate. My heart surgery isn't success. My girlfriend dropped me. I think 95% of my friends now hate me because they believed her, not me. I'm so fucking tired. After this relationships, I tried with another girl that I know for almost 2 years and I got friend-zoned. I don't know, it's so fucking stupid. Damn dude, that sucks. Maybe you should talk to your psychologist about this. I've talked already. She said that I have such a strong and deep depression and that I already need a psychiatrist, not a psychologist. Yeah, so you should get one of those. I'm already starting to have problems with my mind. I'm apathetic. I don't want anything. I don't want to play guitar, play games. I just really want to die. Yeah, dude, you should talk to your doctors about all this. I cry several times a day, but I don't even have anyone to talk to anymore. Dude, legit talk to your doctors. I can't help you with all that. I think so. Anyways, thanks for your answer. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You just trauma dumping on me like that as your first message to me is really unappreciated and fucked up. Streamers aren't your therapist, and we are not friends. I don't know you, dude. You've never made an attempt to get to know me, and the fact that you just sprung this on me without asking if it was okay was really shitty. So I think we can agree that the person trauma dumping is in the wrong here. You don't know this person. You should not be going to DMs with just a streamer that you've seen a couple times, or any times for that fact, and just going and dumping all of this. I would say it's kind of better that it was DMs, so you could just think about these responses instead of like on a live stream. You could just ban them or time them out right away if they start doing that and just warn them, but that's such an awkward situation on stream. I feel like every streamer has put up with that. And I don't think they handled this as poorly as a lot of people argue. They did say, go talk to your doctor, I can't help you, and then they called them out on their behavior saying, hey, this isn't okay. And I would say the majority of people were on the streamer's side for this conversation. I was at the beginning too. I was like, yeah, they handled it pretty well. They did tell this person, hey, go to the doctor, that's the person to talk to. They could have gone above and beyond and gave them like hotlines and resources, but that's not their job. They're just a streamer. They didn't know this person. So I think how they handled this was okay. Because at the time when I first saw this tweet, I don't recall when, but it was last night. It barely had any comments, if any. It was just like, yeah, you handled this well, stuff like that. But then some other problems started to arise from this conversation. Someone replied, true, and this level of venting really belongs with a professional, but also putting them on blast with their username showing is kind of fucked, especially considering what they said. If they see you putting this out there and something happens, I don't know, man, not cool. What's not cool is them, a random person who has come to my stream a handful of times, joining my server to add me, and this being their first DM to me. We are not close, we are not friends, this kind of thing belongs with their doctor, not me. Okay, but you couldn't at least just censor out his name? Why should I take more time from my day to censor his name when he couldn't take out 2 seconds to censor himself from my DMs? This is where the tide really started to shift, because this mentality of, well, you took the time to screen cap the screenshots, you took the time to post these on Twitter, and now you're taking the time to argue with people. It's not hard to censor names, and you could argue, well, no one knows who this person is, but Discord changed their usernames where if you just look them up, it's not that hard to find them. For context, this person does not have an English alphabet username, so it would be a little bit harder, I guess, to find them, but it's not impossible. Anyone could have found this and just started dogpiling on them when they're already in a bad state. I'm not saying anyone is in the right in this situation. This kind of turned into like an everybody sucks situation real quick. I didn't see people like really empathizing with the dude. They're just like, the dude is definitely going through something, but you do not need to also be this shitty, you know? And people started to change their minds and started dogpiling on the streamer, which I don't agree with either. Like, just because they're acting shitty does not justify the trauma dumping behavior. Like I said, in my opinion, everyone kind of sucks here. The trauma dumping sucks, but how this situation started to unfold also sucked, because they kept just replying to people and just making the entire situation worse. This is another icing on the shit cake that happened. So this other streamer quote retweeted it, and this is a lot bigger, and this streamer is a lot bigger. I'm also gonna censor their name as well. The sheer amount of euphoria I get when someone starts to trauma dump in my chat. Oh, streamer, I think my girlfriend left me, my life is so shit, and I just get to respond with, yeah, I can see why, loser. And then the original poster replied, Lamau. Oh man, that's what everyone was like, no, you are absolutely a terrible person. You can see the ratio here of 37 comments to 7 likes. And even this quote retweet, 74 comments, like they're also calling this person shitty. You should have just kept this in the DMs with friends if you were gonna start saying stuff like this. I don't know how you thought you were gonna look like the good person coming out with this kind of mindset. This streamer got so many replies, and then people discovered their pinned tweet. Guys, we hit the charity goal for the second time in yesterday's stream. I seriously can't believe it. I was expecting to even hit the first goal of $50, but I'm so happy that I've been able to do something to help, no matter how small, and it's for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. So, this tweet is pretty old, September 9th, and now all of the comments are just like, you're kind of a hypocrite for how you treated that person, and how you're treating the entire situation. Pretty much. I don't agree with how they treated the person. I think they handled it fine at the end of the day. Could it have been better? Yes, but it could have been a lot worse. So, I think they handled it fine. This entire handling of the situation, no, this whole handling of it could not have been any worse. So, I do agree that this tweet is not aging well because of how the whole handling of the situation is. A lot of people accusing them for only doing this charity for clout and all that. I'm not going that far. I think they genuinely do care for this cause. If you do charity streams for clout, that's disgusting. And I don't know this streamer. I don't know how they are. I've never seen a single stream of theirs in my life, so I'm not going to accuse them of anything. I'm not going to that. And please don't find this person to go do that to them. Do not harass anyone in this video. It's disgusting to go harass people. I'm basically making this video as just a how to handle yourself when you get into these kind of situations. Don't make it worse. Like, you had a good mindset going into it. All you had to really do when someone asked you why you didn't censor the names is like, hey, it slipped my mind, I really should have. You could have just deleted the tweet and then re-uploaded it with it censored. Not as many eyeballs are going to see that person. Many different ways you could have handled it. So 2 hours ago, they put out this apology in a bunch of different tweets. I deleted the tweet because I did not intend for it to go viral. I did not do it for clout. I did it because I want people to be aware that streamers are humans too with their own feelings. We deal with things like this on a daily basis and are not at all equipped to handle it. I should have blurred the names at the very least. Yes, that was my fuck up. There were better ways to go about this. I offered the advice that I was able to, and when it was ignored, I should have just blocked the person. I do stand by the mindset that streamers are not your therapist, and you should not be going to trauma dump on them out of nowhere. But I should have been more empathetic with some of my replies. For that, I'm sorry. I know some people will have already blacklisted me for it, and others will say I'm fake for deleting the tweet and apologizing, but I feel like I made a mistake by making it, and this is me owning up to it. I sincerely hope they are able to receive the help they need to be better. I think it's a good apology. I think a lot of their tweets were just heat of the moment reaction. When you're getting a bunch of critiques and comments, you could react, harshly. You could not be thinking and you just immediately type something and you don't even mean it, you regret it immediately. They did go on quite a little bit of a tear of how many bad things they kept tweeting out. I guess at the end of the day, to me, if you're getting a bunch of critiques, maybe self-reflect and don't start posting immediately. Think about what you need to say before saying it. Some people will take this apology and accept it. Others will say, no, you've already done enough damage. It's irreversible. This is just a lesson in think before you start tweeting things. We all make mistakes. We make mistakes on Twitter. We make mistakes on social media. I do want to believe that this person was well-intentioned with the tweet. It just got out of hand and things just spiraled quickly. I hope their biggest takeaway from this is think a little bit more before you tweet. I still definitely agree with the sentiment of don't trauma dump in streamers' DMs, in their Twitch chat, YouTube chat, whatever chat it is. If you need help, please seek professional help. Streamers are not professional help. We're just entertainers at the end of the day. We do not know how to help you. I don't usually make videos on Twitter drama, quote unquote, but this was about streamer stuff, and as a streamer myself, I thought, I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. So, there's my own 2 cents, if you will, about this whole situation. Feel free to discuss it with me in the comments. I do read every single one. So I will see you in the comment section.